you put all those worries and thoughts into your head yourself, and you don't need them because they don't help you at all. At all.
Ananda Marga teaches meditation and other techniques for personal development, as well as, and we also do social service. We run schools, children's homes. We do disaster relief. Our disaster relief team, AMERT, Ananda Marga Universal Relief Team, has responded to many of the major natural disasters in the world of late. And actually we're very highly regarded in the relief community for the work that we do. And we also do various community development projects, as well as having yoga and meditation centres around the world.
I was first introduced to Ananda Marga when I was a uni student and living in Sydney. And there was a women's retreat on, and I went to that retreat. And during that time there was a number of different groups represented. There was Christian women and social activists, and I think women from Hare Krishna, born again Christians, a whole conglomeration of different people came together. And I noticed that the women who were practicing Ananda Marga meditation were somehow very humble and very sincere in their devotion. I went into a room and they were all meditating together. And there was women outside at the beach looking at the sun setting and all different things happening around the camp, but the room where they were meditating was very still, and one woman was just in her meditation, she was crying. And I could see she was deeply in love with something.
I fell in love with it, and I still love it.
I went to India a number of times and I met Sri Anandamurti, our guru, and I felt each time that I met him that I discovered more about myself, and I felt that it's a path that I've been on for a long time, knowingly and unknowingly. So for me, coming back to Ananda Marga was like coming back to myself, coming back home.
The guru of Ananda Marga, Baba we call him, was just so loving, and he was so concerned about every human being and every form of life on this planet.
Whatever it is that you need to do that, you have that association so that memory comes back, and that's the link with smell. And
the real meaning of the guru is that a self-realized master in the human form is a perfect reflection of consciousness. If someone is self-realized, they don't have any individual ego, and so their entire being is a reflection or is an expression of the cosmic consciousness. And that's the real meaning of the guru, that the cosmic consciousness is teaching you through a certain medium. The mind determines the behavior and the physical appearance to a certain extent. So the concept in yoga of a guru is very important, because a self-realized master, through his appearance and behavior, can also reflects or relays that feeling of consciousness. So to experience consciousness, you have to go beyond the normal boundaries of the mind. You can't. You can get a concept of it theoretically by listening to someone talking about it or reading about it, but at some point in time, to really experience what it is, you have to go beyond the normal parameters of the mind. You can't think about it. It's the process of transcending the mind, transcending one's own sense of self into the cosmic self, into the universal self. Meditation is that process of expanding one's own sense of awareness, one's own sense of existence, one's own sense of consciousness into the cosmic awareness, the cosmic consciousness. It's about you. It's about finding yourself, in yourself and in everyone else. It's about finding the cosmic self in yourself and in everything else.
How can anything beyond me be as beautiful as I am? You know, and that's loving yourself in a humble way. I mean that, you know, and when you feel that, then it's for everybody, and it's all pervading. You know.
But as I went deeper into the meditation, or really as I just practiced it daily, even for just a little bit of time, I started to notice changes in myself that I hadn't expected. It was an opening in my heart.
If people said to me now, does meditation work? After nearly 40 years, I could say, yes, it does work. And if it's true that all this meditation is about merging with some higher consciousness or light, I really believe that deep within myself, I can't measure it, how much, how little, but it's, you know, maybe that much of it, much of me has merged with something anyway. I just sense that.
I love kirtan very much. So everybody together kirtan is very powerful and beautiful.
I realized that actually the kirtan is very beautiful, and that the music, which is very sincere and quite repetitive, just carries you along. So you get into the flow of it and you can be transported to quite other places.
Consciousness is the absolute or the fundamental existence of the entire universe. Everything in this universe is an expression, a manifestation of consciousness. Everything exists in and of consciousness. The benefit, both personal and social, of having an expanded sense of awareness, I feel, is invaluable to oneself and to the world. It's well, in fact, more than that. It's inevitable. It's where we're all, according to yogic philosophy, it's where we're all heading. It's the aim of life. It's the goal of life. You know, Baba used to say, our Guru Baba used to say that the primary goal of life is to realize oneself, to realize oneself as the cosmic self, not as anything limited, but as the infinite. And this, I believe, to be the essential answer to the world's problems, as well as the personal search. Obviously it's the consummation of the personal search, but it's also the answer, the essential answer to bringing in a better world, to working for a better world.
The big emphasis on social service, social change, not just personal change. It's combining the two. The motto of Ananda Marga is self-realization and service to humanity, service to creation. So it's learning to have a balance between the two of your own personal self-development, but also not neglecting society's needs as well, and working the two together.
My first introduction to social service was when Mother Teresa came and visited my school when I was 10 years old. It was an amazing visit that had a deep impression on me, and one of the message I got was, to do service, you really have to surrender yourself. You have to give something. You have to really offer. You have to go the extra mile.
It goes not just into soup kitchens and welfare work, but socio-economic and political change as well. We have a socio-economic theory, Prout, which is about a political, social solution to the world's problems, not just social service. Prout is an acronym for the progressive utilization theory. It's sometimes been loosely described as spiritual socialism, but it also has good aspects of capitalism in it as well.
You know, normally when you see a guy dressed in orange, you think about very aloof spirituality. I came from a background and a family of yoga and vegetarianism, but really when I had the opportunity to learn Ananda Marga meditation, I felt a much deeper sense of spiritual connection. It was immediate and it was enjoyable, and it was like a personal laboratory of sorts, a laboratory of the mind where I could go deep and reach fantastic levels of consciousness.
The uniform is a label. It says, I'm here to help. Tell me what you need.
What more beautiful experience can you have in life is to stop worrying about yourself and have faith that you'll be cared for. But that's the beautiful thing about meditation too. You just love to serve. The service enhances the beauty of your spiritual life and your own being even more.
Neo-humanism means the culture of love for all people and all things, all animals, all plants, not only on this planet, but in fact throughout the entire universe. So the most expanded concept of neo-humanism is universalism. There are so many resources on this planet that are inequitably distributed. And that is to the detriment of the people that have a lot, as well as the people that don't have anything or that don't have enough, because it degrades the mind of the people that have a lot. If you have a lot of wealth and you don't know what to do with it, your mind will go down. So it's to the detriment of those people, as well as the detriment of those that don't have the opportunity to even think because they're struggling so hard in their lives to get the basic necessities.
Same thing, no change, and it's getting harder. It ain't proper when you gotta hang on every dollar. Enough wealth in the world to fulfill the need, but ain't enough to satisfy one man's greed. That's why we bleed. Humanity's perceived separate from the checklist.
I find it's a very holistic and comprehensive lifestyle. It's a practical lifestyle, which is what I really wanted to find in my life. And also, while practical, it has a very inspiring and highly elevating philosophical base.
And I really enjoy their particular, I suppose, practical take on spirituality and the way that it can be translated into, I suppose, modern language. And there's still, Sanskrit terms and a particular language that's used, but, in discussion it can be translated into easily to understand terms. And I really like that, the way that you can say anything you want and disagree with anything you want, but that there's no judgment or no pressure. I enjoy that.
The ideal that our Guru gave us is essentially the human ideal, or the human goal. It's inherent in everyone. It's the search for infinite happiness. We all want that perfect peace and contentment, that perfect happiness. Everyone's searching for it in one way or another. Whether they know whether they know consciously or not that whether it's conscious or unconscious, that they're searching for the infinite, for something that we can call the infinite or consciousness or whatever. Everyone's searching for the same thing.
It has been life-changing in a very positive way, and I'm very happy. So everything's good. I'm from Holland, by the way, and from the universe.
Well, according to yogic philosophy, it's inevitable that we will all attain that state of blessedness, of oneness with the Supreme, of oneness with the cosmic consciousness at some point in time. Ananda Marga philosophy is a philosophy of extreme positivity, because there's no concept whatsoever of ending up in the wrong place forever. The only concept is ending up in the right place forever.
I feel very content, which I think very few people have. Someone that once described contentment as having an excess of happiness, in the sense that I'm not wanting anything. I'm not feeling I have to do something to become more happy or to get what I want to become happy. I'm already there. It's just a matter of working out what I can do for other people. And even though I'm not there from a spiritual point of view, I still have a long way to go. But I'm incredibly happy compared to when I first started.
Through doing regular meditation, that you become more aware of everything around you, and through that you can see how is a proper way of living your life, and you give yourself a solid foundation for living your own way of life. Yeah, you gain that strength, and you don't feel like you have to conform to suit other people's needs around you. Through the inner development that you gain through the meditation, you get that ability to understand yourself and the way that things are working around you.
And I feel that Ananda Marga has a very valid mission in bringing the true concept of spirituality to people. And this, I think, is very important because I think we've been confused about what spirituality is for so long, and we haven't really, in general, I don't think humanity as a whole has really gotten to the core of what it really is and what it should be. I firmly believe that, for example, if even just 1% of the people on this planet were meditating every day, this world would be an entirely different place. The more people that learn meditation, the better, of course, it is for themselves, but also the better it is for the entire world.
Meditation. That's the reality.
Thank you for taking this journey with us. As we continue to be aware of our blessings, those very apparent, and noticing those in disguise. We are the ones we've been waiting for.